Hi guys. Yes, I'm still alive. It's been a long time, huh? Sorry. This year, like last year and the year before, it's been a bit crazy. Yeah. Um, my baby is 12 now, going on 13, and right now being homeschooled again. Been a little busy with that, not because of COVID. Different situations. I also watch an 8, almost 9 month old baby who is teething, and but she's really cool. She's a great baby. But it's been a minute since I've been watching her for months and months now. Been a minute since I've had a baby full time. Um, Monday to Friday at least. So that's been fun but challenging. I was really into my artwork for a little bit and very busy with that. And then, I had retired from Poshmark, but I decided to move home, so I'm selling off 20 years of accumulated crap on Poshmark. So I'm back on Poshmark. um, and Macari, somewhat. I was also on Facebook Marketplace, but that place is driving me nuts. Are you guys getting the scammers with the telephone code things? That's all I get. I list something and all I get is scammers. I don't even know if real people are seeing what I'm listing. So there's that. And now it's the Zeal people. We've gone from give me your phone number, I want to send you a code, to can you take Zeal? The scams is getting worse and worse out there. But I am still real and I'm still not a scammer. Um, as far as taxes this year, this is what I'm going to do this year. We'll see how this goes. I ended up, of course, going over anyways. So, what I'm going to do is go on Amazon, eBay, local shops, all the receipts I've saved, and show what I've bought in supplies and what I've made. And I'm going to bleep out the names because I'm not giving you guys information. So bleep out your name, but I'm going to say, okay, I had this many spells of this type cell, this many, this many, this many. Black out the names and addresses and any information like that. Turn that all in, see how it goes. We'll know from there what to expect from now on. But I probably have a solution to that, anyways, which I will tell you more about when I get home. Um, but for right now, until I get back home and past January, that's another thing. I'm gonna have state taxes back home where I don't here in Nevada, so I gotta figure that one out too. Um, just bear with me. I'm trying to be legal without exposing your private information and doing the best I absolutely can with that. If other psychics and spellcasters or any kind of people that work in spiritual fields know anything I'm not understanding about protecting your client's privacy while still reporting your, gains and losses, please let me know. Because I've never had to do this before, so very new at it. And hoping I don't face federal time. But I will protect your privacy. I will. Um, I don't make that much. Literally, like after supplies, I make nothing. So there should be no reason this should ever be a huge deal. If it becomes that huge of a deal, we'll figure out something. But I don't think it's going to be a big deal because I don't make that much money. So yeah. Um. Okay, so I was starting anew. Well, I had three ideas. The first was to do these little fortune, like mini poker card readings and candles. I had ordered a candle with came with a ring, and it kind of gave me the idea, like we could put, Charles Porterfield has a book called deck of spells or something about doing spell work and reading from a deck of cards. Which I have the book and I love the book and I love Charles and all that. You guys know that. So it kind of gave me the idea to use these mini cards as a like put it like in foil. You melt the candle down and then you would get. Well, I didn't get around to that. Okay. So, but during wildfire season, because we had not as many fires all through the summer as we did last year, but we had some at the very end that like for 2 weeks you could not go outside. It was horrible. And the last thing I wanted to do was light extra candles. So I got into the wax melty burners. My modern witchcraft. Perfect. Nothing has to smoke. Yay. So much better on my allergies and my asthma and stuff, you know. So I thought, I had cute little names. Magic Melty, Mojo Melties, all this. Okay, it turns out most of you don't deal with wildfires as much as we do. You prefer candles. So both options will always be available. But I just finished ordering more tea light bottoms and wicks, so I'll go back to candles for a while because apparently most of you really need to set things on fire. In my heart, I understand. I'm sure when I get back home, I'll understand more. But out here, it was kind of like at that point, I was so sick of fire. I didn't feel like lighting anything on fire for once in my life. Um, I have a new spell that's come up out of a situation in my life. I'm doing a video for YouTube, honey.
Sorry, all the cats ran into my room and I didn't know
I'm
what you were doing.
just doing a video for YouTube. Teenager. Doing a new spell for teenagers. um, I'm doing a new spell for family relation. Yeah, kind of teenagers. That wasn't what triggered the idea for it. Um, I'm doing a new spell to help people deal. I don't do medical spells. You guys know that. I don't do that. I don't really believe in that. Um, I am trying to come up with a new spell to help people give us strength to deal with when your parents are sick or things you just can't control in your family, whether it's a child that's kind of gone wayward, um, a parent that might be coming down with dementia, and you're looking back realizing they haven't listened to a word you said in the past however many months, and you didn't even catch it until it was too late, and you lose your temper with them and things like that before you realize that they probably couldn't help it. um, yeah, I went through a painful experience with my mother who didn't raise me, but I didn't realize how bad she was getting mentally until it was too late. I thought she was just kind of being weird, but I'm realizing now she might have early dementia, and that's why she wasn't remembering what I had just said 5 minutes before. And that's why she wasn't listening to me. She probably thought she was. She just wasn't remembering what I had just said. And I got very frustrated. Being a Virgo, get annoyed real easily and lose their tempers. So that kind of inspired me to do this spell. Not to change them or fix them, because none of the medical stuff you can't control other people's stuff well, but we can, as we know, control our own reactions to it. Something to just make it less painful so we don't lash out. Um, so we can learn to accept and love and just make the whole thing a little easier, you know. This also comes from growing older myself. I turned 49 this year. I'll be 50 next year. Um, and some days I barely know where the hell I am. Of course, that's been going on for a few years, and I think you guys know. But I can still do your spell work, though. Don't worry. I have a pencil and a notebook. As long as I got a pencil and a notebook, I'm good. But um, yeah, I'm working on. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. There was also another new one I just did. Oh, it was with a customer. We kind of worked up this custom thing, and I actually had a cool idea and a cool name, and I can't remember what the heck it was. Didn't write that down, did I? No. But I'll go back and uh, I'll be updating the website slowly. I had to do this kind of emergency run on Weebly or whatever my website is. Made us like get Square trade accounts. Like if you're selling on the site, I don't sell directly off my site. My links are there to like my PayPal, my Venmo, my Cash App, and all that. Um, but I don't use the shopping cart feature of my website. I just don't trust it. I'm not an IT person. I'm Gen X. We created all this shit, but it's like gone way beyond most of it. Most of us. So, no, not trying to worry about hacking and IT and all that. So I use, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. I don't even do Zeal because there's something funky going on with that. So, yeah, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. That's Amazon gift cards. Still the four. Um, so that's how I still get paid. I'm not so worried about if you say gift or not gift or taxes. Like I said, we're gonna try it this year and just see what happens. Although, like I said, if you're another provider and you have some tips on how not to reveal your clients' privacy, but still show like what you sold and how much it cost you to perform the service, uh, feel free to contact me with that information because I'm literally just going to black out everything. Because I'm sorry, that's not the government's business. It's just not. I'm not emotional about it as I used to be, but it's still nobody's business. Um, Not on my end. It's the government's business how much I make. Yes, but it's not their business what spell you bought. No, I don't even like turning over my supply list to them, but I have to. So I'll do that. But I'm not turning over names and addresses. I'm just that will never happen. I'll quit before that happens. And I know you guys would be very sad, but I'd come back on and teach you how to do this on your own if you have the time and the patience and the energy, which I still do for you guys. But once again, been slacking on my own work. Yes, I have. But I am still around. Sales have really dropped. I turns out I really had nothing to worry about because I haven't had that many customers. But and that's fine. What few of you have come back, my return clients, my ride or dies. Thank you. And for those that remind me I'm still the best spellcaster around, thank you. Thank you. Um, I've noticed there's commercials in some of my older videos. I'm not getting paid for those. I get no money from YouTube, so feel free to skip that. I don't know. I actually went to post some of my older videos and I noticed commercials, and I'm like, but I'm not getting paid for that. I guess YouTube's just so don't always assume somebody's making money off those because we're not all making money off those little commercials YouTube's sticking on our videos. I'm not. I didn't make a dime. So there's nothing I don't have to worry about. Yay. Uh, but no, I'm moving home. I'm getting a house. Well, first I'm gonna help my best friend and stay with her for a while. And then I'm gonna get my own little house. And once we have my own little house, I'll get me a little studio with maybe like a camera stand, and I'll be back on. I think that's when I'll go more into teaching and just going into deeper topics about witchcraft and things like that. But first, I gotta use it to get home and get the house. So you'll be watching all that. But I am still here. I'm still around. Happy October. It's the season of the witch. That's why I came on. I am still here after this channel started in what, 2006? It is 2022. Been on YouTube for a while. I do have a small TikTok channel. I don't even really like my own TikTok over TikTok. I started it. I tried to like get over my old person thing with it. No, just no. I have seen some interesting things though. That's something I might sit and check out more. There's some readers on there. I wouldn't do readings, but there's some readers that are like amazing on there. They go so fast though. I don't know how they go. I actually made a video on TikTok about the readers reading so fast because I was like blown away. Um, yeah, probably. I don't do readings anymore, so I won't be on TikTok reading like you know 100 words a minute super fast. But I actually I gotta say the accuracy in that, as long as they're talking to the correct person, which how the not like my mind would combust, but sometimes when you spit out your first instinct on somebody, it's usually right. So their accuracy is actually probably pretty high as long as they're hitting the right person. That's where I would probably goof up myself. But anyways, I'm checking my notes here. So yeah, some kind of like compassion, empathy, strength in dealing with aging parents or a teenager or stepkids or whatever's going on in your situation. Um, like I said, it won't fix them. It's to help you maintain your reactions in the least toxic, harmful way as possible. Because I really screwed up myself. So, but I just, it, I didn't catch what was going on. I was so busy at the time and so distracted. I didn't realize she hadn't heard anything I said. Now I'm getting it as it gets closer to her birthday and the ancestors are around. Yeah, I realized I screwed up. Um, I just, I thought she was just changing medications or something. I didn't realize she wasn't really remembering things. And it's hard. Anybody that's been through it knows what I'm talking about. And I went through it with my grandma on the phone. But she was older. My mom's not that much older than me, so um, I wasn't expecting it. I think that's why it didn't like hit me until much later. That um, and when some of my friends were like, I don't think they think there's something kind of medically off with your mother, and it was like not psych, but like you know, aging brain, which is a real thing. I mean, it's part of getting older, isn't it? Yes. Mine's not perfect either, so I'm not putting her down. Um, I space out a lot. I forget things all the time. Forget why I walked in a room all the time. Um, I just wasn't catching it with her, and I don't know why. But now that I have been, I before I walk back into her life and try to apologize, I've got to make sure I can, really consistently be there. Not the best medical support person, even though I have a bunch of medical stuff of my own. I kind of suck with other people sometimes, so I've got to uh, really work on that. And this spell, I'm going to use this spell to help myself do that and hopefully help other people work with either stepchildren or teenagers or aging parents or because as the economy is kind of a lot of us are moving home, we're moving closer to our families, we're taking care of our grandkids, we're helping older parents, we're helping a best friend we grew up with, we're having to kind of do the family thing again. And for many years, we didn't. We all spread out across the country, and Gen X was Gen X, and we didn't even have family. Well, we do. And we're having to come back around and be caretakers in whatever way we're having to be a caretaker. And with blended families and things like that. Or even just, old friends or whatever the situation is. Um, and it's not always easy, especially for those of us that are used to not really having to deal with family too much, like me. Yeah. So that's a challenge in my life. I'm basing this spell on. And there was another spell I just recently, and I was gonna go on my page and had a name, had a whole thing. I'll have to go back through my messages. I know it's on there. Oh, that's another thing. I had a text free app. It clogged up my phone until he froze, and yeah, that didn't work. I didn't have enough storage. So, don't don't use the text free number. It's gone. I do have a Google Voice number, but I'm kind of picky about who I give it out to because I will not accept phone calls on it. You can text me on it, but you cannot call me. And if you do text me, it's going to be a minute till I respond because I'm still babysitting. So, and the baby is teething. So, a lot of times I'm probably not going to be much quicker there than I am on email. I'm slightly quicker on text, but not by much. But I hope y'all are having a good October. The ancestors are definitely around this year and very strong. Um, I've had definite signs of that recently. And I wish you all a great, great October and a wonderful season of ancestors and of families coming back together, which is kind of inspiring the spell, along with a lot of us just having to, squish in a little tighter and be a little closer, rely on each other a little bit more. Um, it's not always a bad thing. It's just when you're not used to doing it, it can take you a minute to adjust. And even the best people can sometimes, use a little healing and soothing and extra strength. So we'll be working on that. That will be a new spell offering. And this other one that I please basing on, but it will be on the website. And then the candles and the melts, whichever you prefer, will be on Poshmark and Macari. Right now, the melties are on Poshmark. I gotta go back, put the candles back up, and then I'll move them over to Macari too. Like I said, I'm really staying off Facebook Marketplace because the scammers are just seriously driving me insane. I just don't have time in my life to even deal. So I'm off Marketplace for right now. I haven't been on Vented in a while. Um, Mostly just Poshmark and Macari. I have the Facebook page just as Treasures. If you need the links, they're there. Um, but yeah, and I can also just take orders. Like if you want a candle or a melty, I sell them in sets of three. If you want a can, I can discount you if you're not buying through Poshmark or Macari, because then I don't have the fees. I just have to pay shipping, so I can give you a discount there. Um, let's see what else. I think that's about it, really. But I'm still here. I'm still me. I'm still doing what I've always done. And still enjoying it. Just don't get to do it as often. But I understand why. I was slow to email. And, I don't advertise myself. I just rely on people to just find me. Just somehow find me. I just drop out of the sky in people's lives. When I get home, and this is like the job I'm focused on again. Unfortunately, I probably will raise my fees just a little bit as soon as I figure out how to like have some profit without giving out your personal information. Until then, I won't. But when I do get home, if I have to pay for advertising and things like that again, I might have to raise fees just a little bit because I won't be doing Poshmark. There's actually, oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Bewitching, Bewitching Botanicals in Auburn, Illinois. Um, I've been like on stalking them on Facebook. They have Witches Night Out, and this is a little town, Illinois, just a itty little town. I think it's the coolest little thing ever, and I'm so excited to get to know you guys. I can't wait to get to know you guys. Um, and I can't wait to be back in Illinois. Honestly, oh my god. I've had a wonderful almost 20 years in Nevada, but After the past few summers of the wildfires, the smoke, and the heat, and things like that, I'm so ready to be home. Especially with some of my medical stuff getting a little bit worse, I'm ready to chill. Um, I had an experience in Arizona. I was down there. My daughter was getting her master's degree, and I was visiting my son and my grandbaby. And my best friend from Illinois met me there. We had an Airbnb and everything, and we were sharing a room, and it was like we were teenagers again. And it just it felt so right, and it felt something in me that somehow I'd gotten lost came back. And ever since then, I knew I had to go home. So I'll be heading home. So there will be a time here eventually. I'm not going to announce that date yet, but I will when it's time. I'll let you guys know that I will be off for a couple weeks while I'm moving across the country. But obviously, but it's still a few months off, so don't panic. I still have plenty of time. I'll be here for the holidays, New Year's, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all that. Even into Valentine's Day, I can still do all those spells during all that time. As we go into tax refund season, which is usually when a lot of you come at me, that might be more when I move. I'm not sure yet. It might actually be after that. We're not 100% sure. But just make sure to contact me somehow. Um, and if worst comes to worst, if I happen to be moving right at the moment you're sending a PayPal, I'll refund you till I can get your work done. And then you could just rebuy it. That's okay too. But I will try to announce on my Facebook page, Justice Juju, here. I don't know about TikTok. I'm over TikTok. But at least Justice Juju in here. And maybe at the website, I'll just like put a little sign up like on vacation from the state to the state. And then not to go ahead and send the money. To just give me a minute. As soon as I get settled in, I'll be right back. Um, But anyways, so that's just my updates. I'll update again more around Yule and like I always do. Tend to check in on certain months for sure. I'm excited to go back to where there's actual weather and be a storm, which again I haven't seen. I was browsing one of my old videos. I was waiting on a thunderstorm, like literally waiting on one. I said we'll have to do that. No, no way, they just happened. Just wait. Oh, I cannot wait to be a weather witch again. That'll be fun. That'll add some new excitement to everything. Oh, and some hydration. Yes. Anyways, I love you guys. Always have, always will. And I'm still around. Really haven't had much going on, so definitely still around. But once again, by Halloween, I swear this is like my dead time of year. It's so ironic. I talk about this every year. You would think this would be the month I'd be getting slammed with spell requests. No, no, no. It'll be next month around Black Friday. Yeah. Guys do this every year. Yeah, I know. And New Year's when you're all fresh and ready to start a new year, which is fine. That's fine. I'm not complaining. But if you would like to purchase a spell, now would be a good time because I'd like to do some. I'm bored and I would like to do some spells. So I'm here still, not going anywhere. Well, I'm going somewhere, but not leaving here yet. And the taxes, like I said, I'm not tripping out so hard anymore. We'll figure it out. I will make sure your privacy is kept, though, one way or another. Um, I'll figure all that out. I'm still researching, but I will talk to a professional and yeah, we'll figure that out. I think as long as I just black out your names, they'll be fine. I don't think they need to know your information. They just need to know that I'm not making a profit. So, and I think I can do that without revealing your information now. I think I figured it out. We'll see. Doing my best. Um, and love you guys. I'll see you later.